This is Dal Houston, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. My videos address how to change your circumstances in life, whether they be financial, personal, social, or just life in general. I know there are hundreds, if not thousands, of similar sites. With that said, for better or worse, I just see the world differently than others, and I can tell you without any hesitancy that you will find thoughts, strategies, and ideas here you won't find anywhere else. It is my sincere hope you will find the content interesting and enjoyable. Thank you. Hey guys, Dal here this morning. What I'm going to talk about today is kind of interesting, I think. Certainly helpful advice. Really helpful advice, in fact, not just kind of helpful stuff. The other day I got an email inviting me to come speak to a pre-law club at a university. I've spoke there a couple times before. Kind of students who's thinking about going to law school. Should they, shouldn't they, things to know. Hey, I'm looking at I always drive by and my pastures, we live in the country, and look at the horses and the cattle, make sure everything looks good from at least the road. But anyway, got an invitation to come speak to them. And it's sort of a couple weeks off, I guess, but I was getting ready this morning, thinking what I wanted to say. I've said several things in the past, and I want to cover some new ground, also recover some important ground. And one of the things that came up as I was thinking about that this morning was, and I want to make really clear, so if by chance, the student who asked this, ooh, that sun's horrible, I was turning around. If the student who asked this question would ever happen to see this video, that I'm not talking about her, but has asked the most stupid question. And again, it's not the girl. I've heard this question so many times before, and that clearly my YouTube channel is not about lawyers. It's not about going to law school or anything else. I'm just putting it in this context so you'll know. But I did my presentation. I said, okay, I'm open for questions now. And she said, I think it was the first question I asked. She said, I was talking to a lawyer a month or so ago about going to law school, and he said, oh, don't go. He said only 2 or 3% of the students that go get an offer to a big law firm. And so she said, after hearing that, I'm just not thinking about going. I said, I'll be honest, that is one of the most stupid ass questions and stupid statements one could ever make. I said, first off, think about this. But by the implication is that if you're not one of the top 3% of the students going, being, hey, I'm part of the 97%, I'm a loser. I'm a loser. I might as well stayed home. I said, really? I said, that makes no sense. I said, second off, I said, just because you do get an offer to a big law firm and somebody doesn't really reflect your qualities, your intellect, or anything else. It's what somebody subjectively thinks about that, okay? And so I from time to time that thought rolls through my head, and I'm just blown away by it. It'd be like saying, I'm in the process of obviously starting my YouTube channel, and somebody says, well, Dal, only 1% or something. I haven't done any research on this, so don't hold me to figure amounts or number amounts. But to say only 1% of YouTubers have a video that goes viral, so you might as well stay home. You've got a 99 chance that'll never be you. Well, come on. Does that mean if you never have a viral video, you're a loser? That's crazy. I was talking with a good friend of mine yesterday, in fact, about kind of an offshoot of what I'm doing here. I'm not going to go into it, but kind of and it's going to be a very limited audience on YouTube to do some stuff, and we were visiting. He said, "Yeah, I think there's really a market." He said, "It's not a huge market, but it is a market, and it could be pretty profitable." So does that mean, well, it's not a huge market, I just stay home? Well, of course not. So anyway, that's the first. Oh, pardon that, son. Sitting here driving to the office. So that's the first thing that I want to take out of this is, really sit back and look at it, because I'll be honest, I've heard that statement before. Well, only 3% of everybody ever gets a job offer with a big law firm or gets an internship or something like that. And again, this isn't about law school, but the implication is, if you're not in that bunch, you might as well just quit. You're a loser. And nothing could be farther from the truth. Nothing could be farther from the truth. But when you hear that stuff, and you will hear things out there, I don't care what business you're in, what part of life you're in, you will hear advice from someone that when you first hear it, sounds good, and you say, "Oh, holy cow, I better not do that then. That doesn't sound like good." The issue is, it requires you to sit back and critically analyze what they say. And when I say that, I don't mean sit back and do algorithms and big calculations, but to really sit back and say, does that make sense? Does that make sense? And also, it may not, the gentleman who offered the advice may have been well-meaning. It also meant me, tongue-tied here, been ill-given advice, meaning, I'm building my ego up, so I'm saying how hard it is, so it makes me feel better about where I'm at. It could also be, I don't want the competition. So it can be lots of things. So when someone is giving you advice, especially advice, and you say, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this," really sit back and analyze it. I know some really, really negative people, and anything you say to them is going to be, this can't be done. It can't be done for this reason or that reason or whatever reason. So be real careful about what you listen to, who you listen to it from. If it's good advice or bad advice, really sit back. Any good advice can be the same way. "Oh yeah, you'd want to do this and that. Oh yeah, that sounds like an easy deal. You'll be a success." And it's not. I've heard that too. So you got to analyze it going both ways. So anyway, be really careful, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you later.